The Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy validates the Gambia's first national child and vulnerable group online protection policy with key stakeholders, marking a historic milestone in the country's digital landscape. The policy aims to safeguard children and vulnerable groups from online risks such as cyberbullying, exploitation, and harmful content. It outlines strategies to strengthen legal frameworks, raise digital literacy, and enhance collaboration with internet providers. Minister of Women, Children and Gender Fatou Kinte emphasized the critical need for such a policy in an era of increasing internet access.
We are gathered here today to validate this very important document for the children and the vulnerable groups, most of whom are survivors of online gender-based violence. Having such a policy is the right step in the right direction, as the Gambia is not an exception within the recent online violence. Therefore, imperative to disarm the digital communicative battlefield is by regulating and redesigning social media platforms prevent people from playing an active and enabling role in the dissemination of online violence and empowering citizen users and local civil society organizations to recognize and actively counter on online violence.
The Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Lamin Jabi, commended stakeholders for their active participation, stating, "The policy is not just a document, it is a commitment to ensuring that every child and vulnerable individuals in the Gambia can access and benefit from the digital world without fear of exploitation or harm."
The fundamental risk is the difficulty in reconciling the protection of the children and their freedom of expression. That is a challenge, and the policy has to balance that. Where the protection ends and where begins the freedom of their expression. That is fundamental. It's also going to be recognized as a basis the UN Convention on Rights of the Child. Because if we do not recognize that, the risk is we may be left out as a nation.
Led by Professor Salma Abbasi, the session outlined the policy's objectives, guiding principles, and its alignment with international frameworks.
Looking at global best practices and integrating the work with our Ministry of Justice and the Ministry of Interior through the police. As we go through these documents, we're able to create a robust and inclusive policy. Children and vulnerable groups are spending more time online. Through these digital platforms and tools, it is exposing us to numerous characters which may have illegal intentions to exploit and groom our children and vulnerable groups. These wide harms have been recognized globally by many governments, including the United Kingdom, so the opportunity to collaborate is there. We need to just reach out and build those collaboration frameworks that we've identified.
Breakout sessions allowed participants to contribute to refining the vision, mission, and pillars of the policy. The initiative also underscores the Gambia's commitment to creating a safer and more inclusive digital environment for its most vulnerable population, promoting online safety and digital inclusion across the country. Reporting for GRTS News, Khadija Bokum.